What's up, Nerd Crew? Nurdie J here, and today is the finale of the paper models that I've been doing. Papercrafts. They are the Aerialbots. We'll take that for comparison. Well, not comparison, I'm sorry. It's just, we'll just show off these two for now. I did this guy, Slingshot, just last episode, and the episode before that was Skydive. And so, without further ado, let's get the fifth and final member. So, this is the paper model that I have. And this is Silverbolt, along with some extra parts that we will get to later. I am going to start with this instruction and then go from there. So, this is going to be a pretty basic transformation and pretty basic build too, as far as I can aware. Sorry, just took a breath and it kind of went in weird. So we're taking the body, cutting it out, and just going to take this. What can we talk about today? Let's think. I honestly, this is what I was afraid of last video. Literally, I just don't know what to talk about. I'm just kind of having this anxiety moment right now. And I don't really know what to talk about. So I'm kind of scared, I guess, that it's just my mind is a blank. And I know I shouldn't be doing these videos while, I got nothing in mind to talk about. I have no channel updates. I don't really... Yeah, it's just giving you guys transparency. I am recording this pretty closely after the last video that I did, which was Slingshot. In fact, I'm doing this one right after the other, just so that I just move on to actual toy reviews again. Not like I'm getting tired of doing these. It's not that. I think right now what my biggest issue is that fear of not having anything to talk about. And if I continue not being able to, come up with anything to talk about, that essentially it's just going to be a insanely boring video again. And where I would probably start feeling like I would just build these, maybe speed it up a little so that it's not wasting like your guys' time, and then play music over the entire thing until I get ready to transform and stuff. I just want to try and avoid that, honestly. That's why I started the whole talking bit. And so I do want to just thank you guys all for viewing these. Whoever's been through it here since the first one, which was Air Raid, through now, hit me in the comments and let me know that, hey, this was an interesting video, or hey, not being a jerk about it, but like maybe take a break until they do have something better to talk about or something like that. So here's the body. I folded down the nose cone, unlike the others, because this nose cone actually is supposed to fold back. So yeah, it's just... So I'll do the head. Sorry, I'm like like last video, I'm kind of just scatterbrained and with nothing to really talk about. And now I'm just repeating myself. Oy. Yeah. Let's think. Things I'm looking forward to behind the scenes, really, not even channel related. I'm looking forward to trying to get my hands on a Terran Deluxe. Oh god, I forgot its name. It's the one that turns into an owl. I feel so bad because it's my favorite character from the series. And that toy looks really interesting. So it's just I collected so far. I collected all of one of those toys, and that has been Twitch. I'm trying to get all the Terrans that I can. I really like the idea of the Terrans, and the way they have portrayed them is really interesting. Even though I was not a fan of how this series began, Earthspark, I was not a fan of that, but. Because it was like they were trying to they were literally rewriting the G1 story on, like, Bumblebee didn't come to Earth, like, but Alita 1 came to Earth. And, it's just didn't make a lot of sense, especially when they were trying to blend G1 aesthetics to it too, as well, I should say. Just was not a fan, but the story has grown into its own. One of my other, I think one of the actual Decepticons I would probably get if they make a toy of would be Tarantulas. It is a very interesting take on the, I guess, Predacon, because he is the Transmetals Tarantulas. It's not voiced by the original voice actor or anything. It's just really unique. He's just a scientist transformer, kind of like if Shockwave actually had emotions and believed more in science than he did torture kind of science, like World War II kind of torture, just to increase the Decepticon strength and stuff. So if you just give me a sec, I'm going to take a minute to read something. All right, so I'm skipping the arms right now. I'm trying to figure out the legs. Take bottom of legs to bottom body. And then transformation. Flip the legs up. Okay. So, sorry, it's been a while since I built this one specifically. So what I'm going to do is cut out the legs. Making sure that I have enough room on either side for a tab. I'm only going to need one side for a tab. And then cut. And then I'm going to look at this triangle design, and this triangle is pointing right here, and that's where I'm going to need a extra flap. And I always make it a little bit smaller than the actual leg, just so that it can fit better in, like, the chest cavity and stuff, and it has enough room. So I can line up the actual leg and then not having to worry about, like, the flap being too big or something. So do that. And then fold this in fours. Fold this tab. So this is a mountain fold. You're folding away from the picture. You're folding the picture down on the lines. But you'll need to do a valley fold on this one tab here. Because, think about it. If, let's say my fingers are the body. The legs need to flip up. And the only way I could do that is if this tab is folded valley-wise. So that's how I remember. It's like, think of the transformation, unless you want to build just a static robot. That's always fun too. Of course, these are meant for the transformation, not the aesthetics, in my opinion. And even though there's kind of a design, Uh, it really is that the legs can go either side. So there's not going to be any difference. So either side of the bottom of the body. So just trying to get that attached. There we go. And then let's see. I want this straight edge here, which is the seam. I want that in the middle if all possible. So you will take and just glue a little bit right up there. Make sure there's enough glue, but I do want to create a bit, have a little bit of a space, so that the leg can fold up. So that's kind of the intention there, but I don't know if it's gonna work or not. So there's that, and yeah, the leg folds up. Leg folds down, and then you gotta fold it back. But yeah, all right, let's work on the other leg now. Fun. I have been watching a lot of Linkara atop the fourth wall. I am just thoroughly enjoying going through the back catalog of atop the fourth wall is not the what the heck noise was that? Anyway, yeah, it's fun going through the atop the fourth wall where he's reviewing comics. If you don't know anything about Linkara, he reviews comics, mainly bad comics from like DC and Marvel mainly, but he does dabble into other comic books and stuff. So, and I have to admit, he is pretty funny, and the way he talks, it's very smart. And I have to say, I really like his 90s kid impersonation, of what a 90s kid was. And I have to say, that's one of my favorite characters that he does. I also like Poyo. Poyo's a little robot of his that it sounds like a speak and spells talking for it. It's probably just like Microsoft Word, just doing that voice thing that it does when talking, when it's reading what you wrote back to you, something to that effect. So, one thing I kind of miss that Linkara hasn't done in a while is that he'll do video game things where he's playing a video game and like he'll play like Hitman, Pokemon series and stuff. The one that I kind of really enjoyed that's got me started with that, I haven't seen him do since then, on his channel at least, and that's when he plays riff tracks with the community, his community, on YouTube and with his friends. I found that really hilarious, and I love riff tracks and Mystery Science Theater 3000. My favorite riff tracks movie is the Birdemic, and so I can easily relate to a lot of that comedy and stuff. One of my favorite movies back in the 90s is like Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2, especially Hot Shots Part 2. And just having fun with those movies too. So as you can see from me talking, I was not paying attention and I cut off the thing that I was trying to save for a tab. So I just quickly made a new tab, and now I'm just going to attach it. Not up there though. I want the leg to be visible, please. So, and get that finger unstuck. Uh-oh. I think I glued my hand. Yeah, okay. So, here is Silverbolt so far. Now that he's standing awkwardly, but at least he's standing. I will probably just reattach the leg. I think, yeah, the legs, mainly because I didn't have it placed correctly, I will just have to detach and reattach the leg so that he's not standing awkwardly like this. But I'll just do that before the conclusion of this video. Probably off screen. The seat that I'm sitting on is very uncomfortable. It's just one of the metal chairs, folding chairs, and it is murder on my sciatica right now. So, cutting out an arm, and just make sure you have an extra tab. And then cut out the arm. So I will try and hurry and finish this build of just the central robot. Cut, just to be transparent with you guys, cut, take a break, and come back for the conclusion. I know you guys don't really need to know that, but at the same time, that's just how my brain is working right now. So, yeah. So just fold this along the invisible lines, because there's no real visible line because this is black, black, and black. So the only one that kind of has a line is this outside panel. That will be the, no, I guess it's the backup panel. And that will, that because it's square and... Sorry about that. That was Ben, and just had to worry about some last-minute business-related stuff. So, all right, back to this. Where am I? I am putting on the arms. So I am going to glue the arm panel. Come on, glue. Come out. And then just fold it up. Attach it. Let it sit. Okay. And then this arm is not going to be movable. And since it's also the same size, all I really have to do is attach it. But before I attach it, I do want to put on a wing. And so these are his wings right here. And I'm going to take this wing. And I'm going to have to cut it short because they didn't give me enough room. Whoever created this wasn't thinking about attachment apparently, other than using tape. So I'm just going to cut that out. Then I'm going to come up here to this, cut out a strip for laters, and then just cut this out. And what my plan is to cut, once this is all cut out, is to hide the transformation scene, kind of like, you know, hiding it in here, but I'm going to sandwich the, wait a minute, cut out the wrong wing. All right, so I'm going to hurry up and cut to me cutting out the correct wing and have it attached. So, see you in a little bit. And this is what it looks like when you put on the right wing. It's just going to be sandwiched in there. And what I'm going to do is make an outline of glue, even onto this hinge area, and a little in front, and then just sandwich this on. So it kind of looks like that. Just trying to get everything all adhered on. Stick. And then fold the wing back the best you can. And so, and then I also straightened out the legs a little. So he is standing a little bit better, I would say. And then I'm just going to repeat on the other side. And I'm back. Sorry, the camera just died. So as I was saying, I'm repeating on the other side. So I am going to find how I did this. So the seam is on the outside. And so essentially I'm going to be taking, if all is right, which is, I will just go here, here, and then create an extra little tab right over here, and it's kind of in an angle, just so that, the reason why I do the angles is because if I learned that if you don't do the angles, that essentially they just peek out of the bottoms and tops of the pieces you're folding and gluing together. So I probably just didn't do, yeah, I didn't get that folded right. So just doubling back. All right, so, and then glue this. Do I have anything else I want to talk about? Let's think. I've already been to with Linkara. Been watching a lot of Super Beer Brothers, honestly, recently. Right now I'm kind of doubling back and watching like the older stuff. So I've now am up to their playlist. I'm went from their oldest on the playlist, which I don't know what that would be, but I did watch a lot of it, and now I'm on their Michael Jackson's Moonwalker series, and I'm just about done. I'm on their final episode, so honestly, not thoroughly impressed with that series, but I do want to show my support where I can, since I financially can't support them on like Patreon. Same as TJ Omega is another one that I try and want to support. Because TJ Omega has a lot of cool stuff that I wish I could do. But I just don't have the connections or the manpower. I know he mainly does it by himself too, but at the same time, he also financially can do it because he's got enough subscribers to his channel, and on top of that, he does have a job. So, unfortunately, I just don't have those kind of resources handy. And so this is kind of what my job is. So I'm just trying my best to keep sane with that. So, but with all my ailments and stuff, I just couldn't keep a job even if I wanted to. So I'm trying to keep active with this and then trying to lose the weight, which is supposed to help with one's mood, but I'm finding it quite a struggle right now. So, yeah, it's just kind of like always having this with the diet. It's kind of like, when's my next meal? When's my next meal? And then every time I go in for a weigh-in at the doctor's, the app that I'm using readjusts my calorie intake, so I have fewer and fewer calories than I normally am used to. And then essentially, it's like this is now just a struggle to get through day by day. And so I kind of felt bad right now with the depression and just a lot of just stuff going on. I bought cookies, and which I know I shouldn't have done, but at the same time I was looking for kind of comfort. And so I just didn't really have a source for the comfort. And yeah, now I'm just regretting the purchase of the cookies because just eating 2 of them is just like that's the serving size is just 2 cookies. And I'm like, really? How am I supposed to have cookies and milk with just 2 cookies? That's just, I know, a me thing, but I find that quite a bit of a struggle now since, my calories have reduced quite a bit with the diet. So, but I'm still trying to keep on. I just consider those cookies a weekend treat that sabotages my diet because anytime I do anything a little bit heavy on the calories, it sends me instead of my goal weight was to be lost by November of next year. I had it down to November of this year, the 28th to be exact of this year, and now just because of the cookies and just going out to eat to celebrate birthdays and stuff, that essentially my diet has, I just feel like I've taken a massive back step, and I now am down to losing the weight in December 12th as of right now. So yeah, yay. I guess that's been sending me through a depression a bit because, I had it being in November of this year, late, sure, but at the same time, it's just discouraging because of just the way I'm mentally handling it. So I know I'm allowed to have some cheat days and allowed to, but yet that allotment, the allowment, or whatever you want to call it, does not do me any favors, especially since, weight has been a massive thing all my life. And it's just, maybe I'm just holding myself too high of a standard or something. I've been told I do that. So I honestly don't know. I just really want to lose the weight because I am tired of looking at the past videos that I've made. Yes, I've been losing weight since March. And essentially, even still, just seeing myself on camera, I'm just devastated on just how big I am. And so, which doesn't help the depression, which doesn't help the cookies, that doesn't help the diet. It's just a cascade effect pretty much. But I'm at least trying to be truthful with you guys. And yes, what people could say about me has been said about me. And so, about, like being a big cow and stuff. I take one too many whatevers, like if I have the allotment is typically like 2 strips of bacon, I take 3. I'm now a pig and stuff. So, it's just been a thing all my life. And that's from family and from others, just all in all. So I just kind of want to just lose the weight when I can. And right now I don't have that stress of family currently. Yes, I have my grandma to worry about, but I always thought my grandma was a force of good. And same as my grandpa. I always feel like they're always trying to do their best. Mostly it's to get by nowadays, but they've always tried their best. And so yeah. So this is Superion's head. Not to be confused with his head, but I just took and folded it in 4s, created an extra tab, and so yeah, I have now a helmet, I guess. And now the chest plate. Let me just read the chest plate. So I need to tape the bottom of the neck to the top of the chest. So I need to create a new tab, which I will do that. I don't know why, I thought it attached differently. But just cutting out this chest plate, waist plate thing. Hopefully this is coming good on camera. I'm always worried about not having this fully on camera. And then I pulled, I think it was last video, I pulled a stupid stunt and started trying to cut things out on without being on camera. Of course, that could have been this video. But that conversation that I had with Ben about background stuff and important stuff, did take a while, so my mind is just grasping at straws ever since the beginning of this video. So I'm just gonna finish this off, and I will try and show some kind of comparison with actual toys. Probably not the G ones though. I'm going to save those back mainly just so I could, when I do a review on them soon. Well, not soon, but when I do get a chance to do a review on them, that essentially, I just don't want to spoil the surprise pretty much. Even though I'm spoiling it currently with doing this paper model kit, but this is paper models, it's not the actual toy, so that's how I see it. But these do make great place holders, though. If you can find, like, if you're, like, let's say, can't get yourself, let's see, if you're trying to get, like, a complete collection of G2 GoBots, not GoBots the character, but GoBots the mini line within G2, I have that misplaced. Yay. So essentially, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. So, yeah, this is going to be a little awkward, and so I will be right back. Here is Silverbolt with the rest of his team. So this is what they look like in robot mode. So for transformation, what you do is bring up these legs all the way, grab a couple of paper clips. I'm using the small ones. Put them through the leg here. And then grab this one. Then take and see if these will stay down. The wings will stay down if you fold them down enough. Or you could just take an extra pair of paper clips and just attach them, like so. And that's what I'm going to do for now. And then you want to grab one more paper clip and then kind of just go around the cockpit area and take and just go like that. And here he is in his alt mode, his jet mode, alt mode. So hopefully that was in camera. I wasn't sure. Honestly, I'm just not having a good day today, apparently. So here he is. Here he is with the rest of his team and their alt modes. So here's the team together. Now let's combine them. And here we have everybody set up for their component parts. I have these two, Skydive and Air Raid. Wait, yeah, Air Raid and Skydive, let's go with that. I have them and their robot modes, minus their arms being in, minus their arms being out, and they're being held together by the BAT. By the paper clips, and then you want the jet mode, unlike the G1 toy, you want the jet mode facing out. And then I pretty much did the same thing with Firefly and Slingshot, just partially put the paper clip back in, folding the heads down, and just transformed Silverbolt back. I'm thinking about just adding, oh heck, I don't need to add. Just raise the paperclip up. So I just transformed him, and this like is tending to come out, but this is pretty much how I like to have it set up with the paper clips. And so let's get started to combine. Take the leg and just feed it through the best you can. And there's an issue with these that they don't fully go on, and so you have to do some bending of the paper and stuff. But you want the heads to go up to this first red stripe. So do that with both legs. And try and get there. Come on. Come on. There we go. So here's the legs all done up. And then we'll do the arms. Fold this using your index finger. Bend it out so that the head can clear this. And see, the heads are just big for the small guys. So what I do is collapse that back end. And that should give enough clearance. Let's see. You're just going to have to fold it and then stuff it in. There's not going to be any real pretty way of doing it, honestly. They didn't think this through, whoever created this. So what I'm going to do is fold this up. Actually, I'm going to just collapse it so it's like this. Put it in. Bring the arm back out a bit. And put the paper clip in. And yeah, you know, it's a trial and error with these things, and they're not going to be the prettiest, usually. But they're going to be barely functional as well, usually. So, you know, it's just a roll of the die, pretty much. You know, I'm not going to mess around with that. The leg just fell off. But I'll just quickly build these. So this is what you do for the arms. Just take the head and then just kind of crush it a bit on both sides. Mainly because they don't allow enough clearance. And luckily you can do this with the paper and don't have to worry about severe damage to the toys. Because if there's severe damage at any point, you can just reprint them out. So, and then take this paper clip, making sure that the small one is in that head. Bring that down. Reattach the legs. So, and then all you do next is just attach this to the head. And, here is Superion. So, no articulation. The arms can't do anything. The legs, I guess, if you want to take off the paper clips, you can have leg movement. This head is just refusing to stay together on that leg, but just taking the legs off and just holding it like this. This is what his back looks like then. And, you know, your mileage may vary, but it's going to vary quite a bit because I don't know how you guys are going to get a hold of these. So, with that unfortunately said, I've been Nudie J for Nurdie Boys. Thanks for joining me in this 5-part series, and I'll catch you next time.